Hello, viewers. So, an INEX staff have been kidnapped in Bayelsa State, and also several election materials have been lost in both accidents. And also, in the same Bayelsa State, we've seen what INEC wants to do in this election, as they are chasing coppers and students who they pick to work as ad-hoc staff. Now they are replacing them with people that they don't even know where they're from. Party members, APC members, they are replacing them with APC members, and then they are telling these coppers and students to go home. This is not the kind of Nigeria we want. I'll be showing us the video, and I'll be giving us a detailed report of what is happening in Bayelsa State ahead of this election, and how the APC and INEC want to rig this election to their favor. I'll be giving us details on this and more. But before I do so, I would like us to please do also like this video, and please do also subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you will get updates whenever we post a new video. See the way this newspaper here reported this. They said, breaking, INEC staff adopted in Bayelsa, election materials lost to both accidents. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Bayelsa State has disclosed that its supervisor presiding officer (SPO) has been adopted by unknown persons on the way to a duty post. The commission also said a boat conveying personnel and materials to Registration Area Centers (RACs) 17 Koluama community in southern Ijaw local government area capsized. A statement signed and issued on Friday night by HOD, Voter Education and Publicity, Wilfred Ifoga, stated that its SPO assigned to Registration Area 6, Osisioma, in Sabama local government was adopted while waiting to board a boat at Amasoma Jetty. The commission has commenced the movement of personnel and electoral materials to the registration area centers on Friday, 10th November 2023. The statement continues, however, we wish to confirm that a boat carrying election personnel to registration area 17 in southern Ijaw local government capsized. Fortunately, no life was lost, as all the election personnel numbering 12 and the boat operator were rescued. We, however, lost our result sheets, power banks, and luggage containing personal effects of staff. The total number of registered voters in the affected registration area is 5,368, and the number of PVCs collected is 5,311. INEC is making efforts to ensure the conduct of election in the affected area. The security agencies have been notified. Just imagine all the stories that are coming out from this particular Bayelsa State from INEC. They said they kidnapped their SPO. They said the boat also capsized. And like they said, that nobody lost their life, but they lost all the election material. And look at the number of persons that registered in that place. Over 5,000 voters. And you are claiming that the boat capsized and you lost all the election materials so that people will not vote in that area. This is not the kind of Nigeria that we want. What we are just seeing from all of this thing they are doing is that they are fighting so that APC will win in Bayelsa, win in Kogi, and also win in Imo. But that's not how it's meant to be. Nigerians are meant to vote. Nigerians are meant to choose the candidate they want to represent them, not you forcing people on them when they don't want those people. You just look at all the story that is coming, from the kidnap of the SPO to the loss of materials so that they will not conduct elections in these areas. This is actually not what the INEC is meant to be doing at this point in time, and Nigerians already know their scope. Reacting to this on X, this person here said, nothing is lost. Results will come from nowhere today. And that's it. They are claiming they are still going to conduct election in that area. How are you going to conduct the election? You say you lost all the materials and then the SPO was kidnapped. How are people going to conduct the election? You will end up bringing manipulated results to give to the people. Another person here also reacted and said, please, INEC should tell us what they are cooking this time. There's nobody that will believe this kind of story, from kidnapping of your SPO to the fact that you will still conduct election there, to the fact that both capsized. They're just cooking up stories so that all the things they are planning to do will happen. Another person here also reacted and said, even with all the police and armies put together, and that's it. Whenever there is an election, they work together as a team. She cannot go alone, and she's meant to be secured. We know how these areas are, so they are not meant to move alone. But you are claiming that she was moving alone, she was looking for a boat, and then she was kidnapped. This story actually not clear. It shows that indeed INEC is trying to cook up something, just the way Nigerians are saying. They're trying to cook up something so that at the end of the day, all of their manipulations, like we saw during the presidential election, is going to happen in this state. Another person here also reacted and said, God have mercy on us in Nigeria. This person here also reacted and said, after what happened in the presidential election, it's obvious that this country will never experience a free and fair election again. And that's it. We know that this is actually what they are trying to do at this point in time, and they are just fighting and bringing up excuses. Another person here also reacted and said, APC handwork, and this is it, together with the INEC, like we all know, and like Nigerians keep saying, that they are working hand in hand to destroy our nation and to take over all the states in this nation. Another person here also reacted and said, they never break, una don dey kidnap the lost election material. Omo, make coppers just be careful, sha. Don't just because of money and lose your life. And that's it. Everyone out there should just be careful, even as they go out to cast their vote. This nation is not worth dying for at this point in time. We want a good Nigeria. We want a Nigeria where everything will be normal. But at this time, if you lose your life for an election, you will just go like that. So everyone out there has to be careful, just like this person here pointed. Also, another report came from the same Bayelsa state from an online news media that what they are doing there is that they are chasing coppers, chasing students that they initially picked to work as ad-hoc staff, and they are now replacing them with APC members, replacing them with party members, replacing them with people that they don't even know where they are from, and telling these innocent coppers and students to go back home in the middle of the night. I'll be showing us that video, but before I show us the video, I'll be reading to us the report from this person. It said, live from Bayelsa State, INEC is doing everything within their powers to rig Saturday's governorship election in Bayelsa State for their highest bidders, individuals and NYSC coppers who applied for ad hoc staff job with INEC for the Bayelsa State Guber election were trained, given refresher training and shortlisted. But just this night, INEC dropped all of them, substituted their names for some unknown persons, aliens, and political party members. All the trained coppers were asked to go back to where they came from. This includes APOs 1, 2, and 3. INEC didn't carry any of the trained APOs. They only left with voting materials. INEC and Professor Mahmood has destroyed the electoral process and institution in Nigeria totally. There is no remedy to this, and this is it. It's indeed very pathetic. I'll be showing us this video, guys. Watch this video of what is happening in Bayelsa State, how they chase these coppers and students and pick those people who they did not even train, people who did not apply because they are political members, just because they want to achieve their evil agenda. Watch the video, guys.
I don't push me now. I don't do it again. They don't push me now. They don't push me. Okay. You see them. I don't push you after they do training finish. See them. They reverse. They reverse. That's what I'm going to go to where I want to go. And I know where to go. You're telling us to go back to where we are coming from. Guys, go back to your houses. Go back to our house. What I'm going to do now. Okay. I don't have money to go back to my campus. Okay. I'm going for school. After the news of the night, INEC sent them away. After their name came out, INEC didn't take them. Look at them.
Reacting to this person here said, INEC chairman Prof. Mahmood cannot organize free and fair election in Nigeria. They are just deceiving Nigerians and the whole world. And this is it. From what we saw during the 2023 general elections, it is obvious that these people cannot organize a free and fair and credible election. All what they will do at the end of the day is that they are going to give it to the highest bidder. They are going to announce to the whole world that this person won when it is obvious that the people did not vote for him. Another person here also reacted and said, "Dear voters, don't forget to take your bag with you. You are dealing with criminals, and don't forget INEC and APC are inseparable. All the best." And this is it. INEC and APC are indeed inseparable. Another person here also reacted and said, "I was shouting since that other political parties should declare a vote of no confidence on this current INEC, that they should not waste their time going into an election under this biased INEC that have chosen to hinder Nigerians from electing their leaders." See it now, and it is indeed pathetic. INEC that is meant to be independent is still the same body destroying our nation, is still the same body helping political parties to rig. Look at what they did. You are chasing people that you picked initially to work as ad hoc staff. You are replacing them with party members. You are replacing them with thugs just because you want to rig the election. Another person here also reacted and said, "What do you expect when the Supreme Court has confirmed and solidified corruption? Already, they are emboldened to do worse than they have done before. Mahmood has already done Nigeria a big damage due to his insatiable greed. May he never know peace, no matter how much he feels he has made." And this is it. Indeed, because of greed, they are destroying our nation. How much will you collect? And millions of Nigeria are crying. Just look at what you did to our nation. You imposed on Nigerians who they didn't vote for, and you want to still do the same thing in Bayelsa State now, even in Imo and also in Kogi State. Another person here also reacted and said, "Anyone voting under this criminal organization called INEC is wasting his time. Mahmood is a fraudster." Another person here also reacted and said, "I have said this before, and I will say it again. Africa, and most especially Nigeria, is not ready for democracy. How long will this continue? I hope and pray that one day INEC will be independent." And that's it. Until they are independent, we will not get democracy in Nigeria. Until they are able to stand alone without interference from politicians, we can't get the people we vote for. It's not possible. At the end of the day, the cycle will continue. People will go and vote, but they will select the person they want and give to Nigerians, and we can only talk when we go to the court. The court will still do the same thing. Even the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, is also biased. So we cannot get help until the right thing is done, until Nigerians arise. Another person here also reacted and said, "INEC has already destroyed this election. If they have replaced the ad hoc staff with unknown person, then they have already written results. This is not election." And that's it. If you are replacing them with other people, that means that you just want to manipulate the election and ensure that your candidates win. Another person here also reacted and said, "Enabled by the Supreme Court, they were given a pat on their back for conducting a fraudulent election. It is said in my place that if you praise a strong man for what he did, he will do more." And that's it. INEC, because the Supreme Court did not even see anything wrong with their conduct of the 2023 presidential election, they keep going that way. They will definitely continue doing that to Nigerians. Another person here also reacted and said, "The moment we let INEC go free from the last presidential heist, we told them they could replicate same in many more states of the federation. Congratulations, Nigerians. Any election conducted under this Yakubu leadership is a waste of time and resources. We all know the drill. The man who scammed 200 million and the world at Chatham House." And this is it. He went scot-free during the 2023 presidential election. How much more a governorship election in the state? They will still do the same thing. We are not even expecting anything good from them. Just imagine what they have done. You are telling the ad hoc staff to go home, and you are replacing them with other people that didn't even come for the training, other people that you didn't even pick initially, just because you want a particular political party to win. Another person here also reacted and said, "Why I am not surprised. The perpetrators of the evil in the last election were not persecuted, so they have backup from above." And this is it. It is clear that they have backup from above, so they are not scared to do anything against Nigeria and Nigerians. Another person here also reacted and said, was I surprised? No. Was I expecting it? Yes. With what happened on 25th of February, I can't trust Mahmood again. Politicians have 4 years to show to the people they deserve re-election, but they rather sit there, do nothing, amass all the wealth they can, bribe INEC after 4 years to remain in power, then handpick a candidate after 8 years and impose him on the people. Nigeria is a crime scene, and this is what we actually see in Nigeria. You will not work, and after you've completed your 8 years, after rigging, you still force a candidate on the people so that people will continue eating the money. Another person here also reacted and said, INEC is supposed to be a public service commission and ought to be non-partisan, but service to the public, unfortunately, that is not the case. It is under the APC. The INEC social media handle blocks especially obedient handles that criticize their open partisanship. No lessons learned yet, and this is it. They have not even learned any lesson. They are not even planning to change from what we are seeing that they are doing. Another person here also reacted and said, and tomorrow people will say there is hope for Nigeria, a nation that has completely refused the rule of law. After rigging in February, they still turned around to rig the next set of election. It's become a way of life for INEC. Nigerians must decide what to do. Now INEC is telling us election materials fell into the sea. You see these useless people. Nigerians, only us can save ourselves. Otherwise, INEC will send this country into obscurity. Another person here said Mahmood Yakubu is dancing to the tune and doing the biddings of those who installed him as INEC chairman. Same with the justices at the appeal court and the Supreme Court who have upheld illegality. Only Nigerians, if they come together, can put a stop to all this madness. And that's it. Only Nigerians, if we can come together. But what we are seeing is that we still see Nigerians that are supporting this kind of criminality. Nigerians that are supporting all of this, and they're the ones aiding these people and destroying our nation further. Another person here also reacted and said, if INEC can mess with the vote of the whole country during the general election and nothing happened till date, they even ask you to go to court because they know what will be the outcome. What is state election that they cannot toy with? And that's it. Indeed, what is state election that they cannot toy with? After they failed Nigerians, after in broad daylight they rigged the election and gave Nigerians the person they didn't vote for. All we are just hoping is at the end of the day we can still rebuild our nation, Nigeria. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Please do well to share your thoughts about the video in the comment section. Please do well to like this video, and please do well to subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you will get updates whenever we post a new video.